Guys, senang banget gak sih kita bisa mewakili Indonesia untuk lomba internasional di Jerman?
Alhamdulillah banget sih. Jadi, tapi sebenarnya aku deg-degan sih, apalagi kita harus pakai bahasa Inggris kan nantinya pas presentasi.
Gar, tenang aja kali. Kita kan waktu kelas material numerik selalu pakai bahasa Inggris. Ya udah nggak panik
Iya
lah.
sih.
Apalagi case-nya programming.
Nah, iya
Iya
bener tuh
sih.
Gar. By the way kita udah landing nih di Jerman. Yuk kita siap-siap. Kita langsung dijemput nih ke tempat lombanya.
Yuk, gak sabar
Yuk,
sumpah.
gas. Gak sabar sih. Good luck,
Good luck
guys.
Indonesia.
Oke. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 4 from numerical method 02 class. In this time, we are going to discuss about solving simultaneous system of linear algebra. But before that, we are going to introduce ourselves. My name is Tegar Habib.
My name is Ivana Esteria.
My name is Divo Albains Bramantio.
Okay, let's go to the topic. Nah, we have three topics in this presentation. The first one is meaning of the coding language. The second one is direct, indirect, and the implementation of the direct and this indirect coding or method. And then the third one is the example of simultaneous system of linear algebra. We use Gauss elimination. Okay, for the first topic, the meaning of the coding languages, I am going to explain about what is coding. So in general, coding, sometimes we call coding computer programming. That is how we communicate with computer. The code tells the computer what action to take, and writing a code is like creating a set of instruction. By learning to write code, we can tell the computer what to do or how to behave in much faster way. And then we can also use this skill to make a website, an application, process data like Microsoft Office or something like that, and do a lot of other cool things like making video games. And then the second subject of this topic is various type of computer system programming. So in this slide, we have four types of computer system programming. The first one is web programming. As the name implies, the main function of this type of programming is to compile a function website to make easier to use for the user. Several types of programming languages used to build a website are HTML, PHP, JavaScript, CSS, and GSP. And then the second one is the second type is application programming. Now, this type of programming will focus more on the result to compile an application, and this application programming usually focus on one goal only. The example like Microsoft Office is made to us Microsoft Office is used to process data. And then the third one is operating system programming. Now, the operating system must be installed on a computer device to function properly. So if there is no operating system or there is no this programming, the entire device cannot have any function. So we know that from this sentence, we know that this type of programming is the most important thing beside the other type of programming in this slide. And then the last type of computer system programming that I will explain is game programming. Programming languages for composing games or make games usually consist of JavaScript, C, and C++. Okay, and then the third topic of this, the third subject of this topic is different types of coding languages. In this slide, we have PHP, JavaScript, C++, Visual Basic, HTML, ActionScript, Java, and of course, Python. In numerical method class, we also usually use Python to write code or run the algorithm. So what is Python? Python is one of the most commonly used programming languages today, and it's easy for beginners to learn because of its reliability. It is free open source programming languages with extensive support models and community development, easy integration with web service, user-friendly, and GUI-based desktop application. And also Python is a simple coding languages. And also Python is It is a popular programming language for machine learning and deep learning application. So that's all from me about this first topic. The presentation will continue by Ivana Esteria, my friends, that she are going to explain about the meaning of the meaning of coding language, and also she are going to explain about direct, indirect, and the implementation of the coding method.
Thank you, Tegar. So now I'm going to explain about the meaning from the coding language. First one is numpy.array. An array is a grid of values and it contains information about the raw data, how to locate an element, and how to interpret an element. The second one is float. Represent real numbers and are written with a decimal point dividing the integer and fractional parts. And the third one is len A, to return the length or the number of items of an object, and it takes one argument A. Next, the meaning from range is generates the immutable sequence of number starting from the given start integer to the stop integer. And for the meaning from print is to print the specified message to the screen or other standard output device. And the last one is numpy.zeros function returns a new array of given shape and type where the elements value as 0. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about direct versus indirect. Next, direct versus indirect recursion. The first one is direct recursion. If a function calls itself, it's also known as a direct recursion. This result is one-step recursive call, and this function makes a recursive call inside its own function body. And for the indirect recursion, if the function f1 calls another function f2 and f2 calls f1, then it is indirect recursion or mutual recursion. This is two-step recursive call. The function calls another function to make a recursive call. Next is direct versus indirect method. First is direct method. Direct method, the most popular method is Gauss elimination for solving simultaneous equation. It consists of two parts, the elimination phase and the back substitution phase. And for the indirect method, iterative or indirect methods start with an initial guess of the solution X and then repeatedly improve the solution until the change in X becomes negligible. For the distinguish between direct or indirect methods of solving simultaneous equation, for the direct method, we get exact solution and then simple take less time. For the iterative or indirect methods, for the solution is approximate solution and time-consuming laborious. And direct methods involve a certain amount of fixed computation and they are exact solution. Iterative or indirect methods are those in which the solution is got by successive approximation. But the methods of iteration is not applicable to all systems of the equation. Next is the method from direct method is there is two types. First is Gauss-Jordan method, and second one is Gauss elimination method. And for the indirect method, there is also two types. First is Gauss-Seidel method, and the second one is Gauss-Jacobi method. For the direct method will be explained by Divo Albens. And next, we are going to discuss about case of Gauss-Seidel method. We are going to find the error using Gauss-Seidel with iteration number 3. The there is an equation for x. Oke, next aja. Gue nggak bisa, maaf. Okay, we are going to find the solution using Gauss-Seidel method. Next. First, we are going to find the equation for x, y, and z. And then next, for the iteration 1, we are going to find the P1, and the error is 0.05. Next. And from iteration 2, we are going to find the P2 and the error from iteration 2. And the last one is we are going to find the P3 from X3, Y3, and Z3. And the error is 0.00097. Okay, next, the presentation will be followed by Divo Albians, which will discuss about example of simultaneous system of linear algebra.
Okay, thank you very much to Ivana Esteria for helping us out explaining the direct and indirect method and of course the meaning of the coding language in Python. Well, for a brief, Ivana has explained about each term used in our coding for the third section in example of simultaneous system of linear algebra, especially discussing about the Gauss elimination as the direct method. Okay, Tegar, next slide. Okay, for the introduction to Gauss elimination, it is found by Carl Friedrich Gauss. This method is used to solve a system of linear equations by representing or modifying the matrix form in which in common we've known that it is called echelon row. For the other hand, if we are going to use the Gauss-Jordan elimination, then it is called the reduced echelon row. Okay. One of the best steps in solving the case of linear equation is by using the elementary row operations or in bahasa operasi baris elementer atau OBE. And for the final step, we are going to finish an operation called back substitution to find the value of the variables. Usually there are three kinds of variables, x, y, and z, and three equations. It is the most common case in the Gauss elimination. For the example, in this slide, we can see that there are three variables and three equations, and of course, three constants. On the right side, it is the solved equations using the Gauss elimination. For the lower hand, we can see for the left one, it is the matrix form of the equations from the original state. And on the right side, it is the Gauss elimination or the echelon row of the equation. We can see the essential part that there are three zeros in the matrix on the lower part. That's why we call it as the upper triangle matrix. Next. For the case of Gauss elimination as inquired from Mrs. Chandra Widiawati, we must find the solution with numerical method using the Gauss elimination from the case that we created by our own. So our team have created these three variables with three equations and of course three constants. For the first part, there is 4x plus 10y plus 6z equals to the second one, 6x plus 8y plus 4z equals minus 6. And the third one, 2x plus 6y plus 2z equals 4. And this is how we complete the solution. Next slide. Okay, the left we can see the coding from Python, in which Mrs. Chandra had given the coding from the last assistance on Sunday, the 9th of May, She taught us the steps on finishing or completing the solution from a case of linear algebra. So for the given case from our team, we start it out from the import numpy s and p. And there are three main steps. For the first one, it is the dividing of matrix for the Gauss elimination. Second one, it is the Gauss elimination process iteration. And the third one is the back substitution. Okay, the number 2 and number 3 is to find and forming the matrix and finding the solution of x, y, and z value from the equation. For the first part, defining the matrix, we are going to make a matrix form from the given equation, which we have 3 variables and 3 equations. We make it A and B. For the A, it is the left side of the equations and the B is the constant. And we input it out in the float so that there is a decimal number for the result. For the second part, the Gauss elimination process, the K represents the column and the I represents the row of the matrix. And there is a special case that in the if A, I, K, there is an exclamation mark equals 0. It means that for this case of function, the A equations is not equal to 0. We must understand that in its function, it doesn't mean that it is a factorial function, but the function is not equal to 0. So the exclamation mark means that the function is not equal to 0, not a factorial. And for the ratio, it is used to calculate the row elementary operations, and we print it out to see the 3 operations, the 3 iterations used in this case of coding. For the final step of the second part, we must print out the matrix form so we can see what is the matrix solved equation of Gauss elimination. And on the right side, the result, it is a proof that our case, our problem can be solved using Gauss elimination, proven by the 3 zeros on the lower hand of the matrix. And this is mean that our case has the value of x, y, and z simultaneously. It is represented from the third part in the back substitution, in which we are using the x, s, and numpy zeros. So there are the value of 3 zeros that will be filled out with 3 values from x, y, and z. And on the right side, the result, it means that there are x3, x2, and x1 as the result or the value of solved equation. x1 represents the x value, x2 represents the y value, and the x3 represents the z value, in which this case has the x value of -3, the y value of 2.0, and the z value of -1. That is all from our discussion for the case of Gauss elimination. Next, Tegar. This is the references that we use to complete our assignment. From the first one is the eliminasi Gauss dan contoh penerapannya with the given link. And the second one is the solution of equations and eigenvalue problems from the given link. Next. And for the closing statement from our group, we took out the quote from Walt Disney, a famous person, a very famous influencer also. Once he said that, why worry? If you've done the very best you can, then worrying won't make it any better. So it means that we have to try our best, try our hardest potential to get the best result that we hope. That is all from our group. We do apologize for any mistakes, any shortage of explanation from our team, if there are any. And we thank you for your attention. That is all. We must greet out and we leave for Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Assalamualaikum
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye bye.